Naomi Davenport, and at the center jump circle, Theresa Ekhelar, the center who wins the tap up against the tall Adriana Coleman. West Virginia controls things right to left as we are underway from the Coliseum, this non-conference affair against Morgan State out of the Baltimore, Maryland area. At the high wing, Pardee for West Virginia. She's guarded there, tight man-to-man to the corner right. It goes a three on the way from Madison Smith, and she missed it short, and the rebound pulled down by the Lady Bears. Running things is Kayla Horn, a 5'7 senior guard, surveys at center court, goes high to the left to Chavis, and into the corner left, it'll find Coleman. Coleman winds it to the left wing side with 17 to shoot for Morgan State. We're 35 seconds in, there is no score. Back out front, the ball at the timeline goes to Horn. She winds it high left, picked up by Tiny Martin, 8 to shoot. One hands it over to the right side, and here's Chavis. Chavis tries to work underneath, and it'll be turned over by the Lady Bears. Transitioning West Virginia to the right corner. The pull-up jumper is short by Martin. Fight for the rebound. Morgan State keeps it in, but throws it to Davenport. She's doubled underneath on the low blocks, finds out front Martin, who quickly fires over to Smith. No score, minute gone by. Smith low blocks, drives to the goal, can't finish with the right hand. West Virginia is 0 of 3 to start the game.
And that's one point where Madison Smith can really improve. She does such a great job getting to the basket, but when she gets there, she has to be able to finish.
No score, 8 minutes, 35 seconds, clock winding in the opening period, West Virginia and Morgan State. Over to the high left side, it's Bolasing. Now she comes over to the right, giving the ball off to Horn. Horn with 8 to shoot. West Virginia good defensively in the early going. To the left wing side, Coleman pulls up left elbow, rims short the jumper from 10. The rebound is Pardee's. She fires it ahead down court to Tiny Martin. Behind her back, she dribbles. She floats one high off the window, can't find the bottom, trying to bank it home. It goes out of bounds, left baseline, coming back to Morgan State with 8 minutes and 12 seconds to play in the opening quarter, and there still is no score. Into the front court, Kayla Horn. The senior guard out of Romulus, Michigan, comes up over the 10-second line, and she lost her dribble. She goes to pick it up, and it's going to be an over and back. Not touched by Pardee, but Pardee did force that turnover as she was all up in her space.
Great job by Pardee of not giving Horn any space to dribble, and she essentially forced her into a mental lapse, and Horn dribbled the ball off of her foot.
2 minutes off the clock. Madison Smith on the high wing bounces right side to Martin. A long two on the way, and she flushed it home. And Martin gives West Virginia the 2-0 lead here. 7:44 to play in the opening period.
And the Mountaineers are going to have to hit jump shots as Morgan State is sitting back in a bit of a sagging man.
High right the ball to Bolasing. 15 off the shot clock. Lady Bears can't get into their offense. To the right side, here's Coleman. Coleman high wing. She's stripped of it by Davenport, picks it up. Davenport racing back the other way. One step, two step, layup, score. 4-0 West Virginia. 7 minutes, 15 seconds to play. That was a good job by Naomi Davenport, who was 4th in the league in steals and was able to turn that thing into points for West Virginia. Now, here comes Morgan State, slashing left of the key is Chavis. She goes out front to the foul line. The long two on the way by Morales. Post player shoots where she's not comfortable from and missed it long. 4-0 West Virginia. Here's Smith going down the left block, tries to kick out. She had Pardee trailing, but threw it wide of where she thought her shooting guard was. And with State Lady Bears, their third-year head coach Edward Davis wants it, so we'll take one with him. With 6 minutes, so West Virginia comes out with Martin along with Pardee and Lucky Rudd in the backcourt. The 4 is Lucky Rudd in the backcourt. The 4 is Naomi Davenport, Ekhelar at the 5. It's Pardee running the point for West Virginia. The 2 guard Martin down underneath to the 4 Davenport, who lays it in after getting a good look from Tiny Martin. West Virginia in the lead by a 6-0 score. 6 minutes, 35 seconds left in this opening quarter. And Morgan State, they can't even get to the perimeter. West Virginia in a good, strong man-to-man defense. They pass the ball along the sidelines, and all of a sudden 13 to shoot. High left, the ball goes to McCalla, who's checked into the game. Asia McCalla goes out left wing to Coleman, 6 to shoot. Down underneath, down the low blocks, a block from Ekhelar on a shot up by Coleman. Gets it back and tries another, missed it as well. 6-0 it remains as West Virginia, the board, comes into their transition offense. Pardee brings the ball up the floor. Pardee over to the left wing side. This is a good opportunity for Pardee to get some minutes at the point guard position. She gets the handoff from Davenport and now winds it to the right side, bouncing to the short right corner to Lucky Rudd. Step backs for a long two and missed it long. Offensive board, there's Ekhelar along the strong side, goes to put it back up and draws a foul. So it'll be called on Morgan State's Desiree Morales, the 6'1" freshman forward out of Hartford, Connecticut. Good position by Ekhelar. And she was able to come up, rebound, and get fouled on the putback. And to the line she goes, where she is 50% on the year and hits the first of two in Charleston on Saturday. 5 points for the Woodbridge, New Jersey redshirted senior center. Right-handed shooter hits both free throws, putting West Virginia ahead 8-0 here in the opening quarter. 5:47 to play. Jahia Chavis out of Newark, New Jersey. The sophomore guard dribbles it along her right hip at center court, picked up by Pardee, fires high left, and it's Bolasing. Bolasing goes over to the left wing side where she finds Elizabeth Sherrill. Back out front, the ball goes with 12 to shoot. Boy, Morgan State is just all sorts of disheveled. They don't know what to do offensively against this tight West Virginia defense. Trying to drive, right blocks is Bolasing, and she dribbles it out of bounds, turning it over to West Virginia as the Mountaineers force their 4th turnover in less than 5 minutes.
Excellent job by the Mountaineer guards, especially of putting pressure on the ball handlers and putting them in uncomfortable situations where they're just essentially throwing the ball out of bounds because they can't handle the pressure.
Sub for West Virginia, Nyblack for Ekhelar as we come up right to left with the ball. West Virginia, Davenport high wing, Davenport high right. It goes to Rudd to the corner right. And we've got an offensive foul underneath the goal. Not even 10 seconds into her time, Kari Nyblack picks up the foul. Physicality for sure you get from the 6'1" freshman forward who had 18 and 12. First double-double by a true freshman since Asia Bussey nearly 8 years ago. Jahia Chavis comes down the left blocks, tries to flip up a shot up the left window, missed it for Morgan State. West Virginia the rebound, transitioning right to left. Davenport high left for WVU as we have 4:45 to go. Here's a straight line from the left wing, and Lucky Rudd driving to the goal is able to get fouled by Morgan State's Elizabeth Sherrill.
Good read by Rudd. Davenport went to set a ball screen. The defender jumped, forcing her to the baseline, and she draw the contact and get to the free throw line.
West Virginia a lead of 8-0, and here's Lucky Rudd to the charity stripe where she was 2 of 2 on Saturday. The first and in the NBA for the Utah Jazz and the Portland Trailblazers. She averaged 24 minutes and 6.5 points per game at NC State last year before she transferred to West Virginia. Lucky Rudd is up and good with a second free throw, goes 1 of 2. West Virginia's lead to 9-0. First quarter with 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Now the orange of Morgan State, all orange uniforms, and an offensive foul will be called against the Lady Bears underneath. Away from the ball, Adriana Coleman, Baltimore, Maryland product, the MEAC Player of the Week in November. The 3rd week of that month, picks up the foul, and for Morgan State, it will be their 3rd foul. Madison Smith is back into the lineup for West Virginia. She's running the point and pops it over to the right wing side to Martin. Martin comes straight to the goal, and she's going to be out of control, called for a charge. Hanging in there to take it was Desiree Morales for Morgan State. And Martin has her first foul, and West Virginia the second as a team.
Martin made the right decision on that play. She was driving baseline to kick it. She just made it a little bit too late. She saw the double team coming. She has to jump stop before she gets there and find the open man.
At the high wing, Morales with the ball goes over to the left to Chavis. Chavis tries to go straight to the goal, flips it off the window, and with 4:06 to go, the first score in 6 tries for Morgan State. They are now trailing 9-2. They ramp up defensive pressure on Smith in the backcourt. She breaks it and gets a return pass from Davenport, who now gets the ball back from Smith and hits a 3 from the left wing side. West Virginia went 2.5 minutes without a field goal. Now they lead 12-2 as Davenport has an early 7 for West Virginia.
And Davenport has been such a facilitator for this team this year. She can't forget to look for her own shot. She's one of the best 3-point shooters the Mountaineers have on this team.
McCalla is at the right blocks, kicks out for 3, and in and out, no good. Chavis missed the triple. The rebound, West Virginia's Davenport ahead to Lucky Rudd. Rudd inside of 3.5 minutes down the lane, and a foul is called. And the and one will go. Count the bucket for Rudd, as fouling her was Desiree Morales. So to the line, Rudd goes for the and one play. Sub Pardee for Martin. Meanwhile, Lucky Rudd with a field goal. She has 3 and a It was Morales coming in late to try to close the gap as Rudd just took it right to the goal. So lucky Rudd, the right-handed shooter, up and good on the free throw, where she's 2 of 3. West Virginia's 4 of 5 there in the opening quarter. Now leading by 13, 15-2. 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go in this opening period. Kayla Horn has the ball at her right hip, dribbles between her legs, works on Pardee, and a reach and foul will be called on Katrina. And West Virginia has picked up their third as a team. Early shooting for Morgan State, 1 of 7. Ball comes in from quarters court, nearly stolen away by Davenport. Coming up the baseline and airballing a jump shot is Naomi Bollasing. And it's an offensive board for the Lady Bears. They reset their offense. Out front with the ball, center court for the Lady Bears is Horn. Horn dribbles to the right wing side, 12 to shoot. Back up top, she winds it. Smith guards her. And now down the left block, she tries to drive, lays it up off the glass, no good. Rebound West Virginia, Mountaineers with numbers. Pardee pushing left side to Rudd. Rudd pulls it up to the top of the wing, kicked her own dribble, and she'll flag it down. Boy, I thought that last touched the Lady Bears, but an over and back called on West Virginia. They turn it over for the third time for WVU.
And the Mountaineers have to continue to execute. They can't get sloppy. That's the second time this quarter that we've seen a player dribble the ball off of their foot.
It's Morgan State ball. It comes in from half court near sideline, and the Lady Bears trail by 13 to the Mountaineers. 2.5 to play in the opening chapter. Chavis at the center court logo for the Lady Bears. With the right-hand dribble, Martin guards her. West Virginia's on a 6-0 run. The Lady Bears try to break it to the short right corner. The ball goes down to Bollasing. Whistle and a foul. 2 shots coming up as Nyblack picks up an early second and may have cut up her lip. We'll see. Is she all right? I think she's bleeding. 2 minutes, 12 seconds. Nyblack may have taken a shot to the mouth. And I think they're going to bring Ekhelar in for her. So the athletic trainer brings her out of tooth or something. She was holding something in her hand. Maybe that was just blood, perhaps, but she may have cut the inside of her lip. Hope Kari Nyblack is okay. Up and good. The first of 2 free throws. Bollasing was fouled. Coleman returns, coming out McCalla on a sub for Morgan State. And the second free throw up, and that is good for the 63% shooting Naomi Bollasing. It brings it to a 15-4 game as the press is on for the Morgan State Lady Bears. They come up with a steal on Pardee, and finishing the shot, unable to get it, is Horn, but the offensive board and the putback is there by Chavis, and it's 15-6. West Virginia still in the lead. As the pressure is ramped up, West Virginia's got to break it. The reach and foul will be called in the backcourt. Horn on Pardee. Mountaineers were a little disheveled there by the defensive pressure by the Lady Bears.
And the Mountaineers have to be aware that every time Morgan State scores the ball, they're jumping into a 1-2-2 press and putting a lot of pressure on the ball handler, and it forced the Mountaineers the possession pride.
With Morgan State over the limit, Pardee goes to the line, hitting the first of 2. West Virginia in the lead by 10 once more. And Pardee good on both free throws. She is now 8 out of 9 there on the year. The shooter for West Virginia, putting the Mountaineers in the lead 17-6, 1:44 to play. We're in the opening period. Across the 10-second line is Chavis. The ball comes out of bounds, deflected by WVU. 20 to shoot for the Lady Bears. And at quarter court, the ball comes in near sideline from Chavis of Morgan State. And into the lineup is Elizabeth Sherrill, handing the ball off right wing to Michaela, who throws it out of bounds along the right end line. It comes back to West Virginia. That'll be turnover number 6 by Morgan State. Smith with Pardee and Martin in the backcourt. Davenport and Ekhelar in the front court. 5 for WVU. High wing. Ekhelar hands the ball off to Martin to the right side. She goes Pardee, returning it to Smith at the top of the arch. To the right, it goes to Davenport. Let's go, and hits the 3. Davenport with 10 in the opening quarter is 2 of 2 from downtown. West Virginia a lead of 14.
Great execution by the Mountaineers on that play. They ran it through to perfection, and Davenport gets the icing on the cake, knocking down a wide open 3-pointer.
It was Davenport who had 16 against Eastern Kentucky. Left side with the ball is Chavis at the high wing. It goes to Sherrill. Sherrill kicks out for an open 3, Missed left wing side by Ekhelar. Rebound West Virginia. Foot on the gas the other way. Smith through defenders, lays it in, takes it all the way. Madison Smith, the freshman point guard, her first score of the day.
And Smith is so good in transition and in the open floor. She has such quick feet, and she's so crafty with the ball that she can easily get to the rim.
22-6, West Virginia on the 7-0 run. Here's Morgan State getting to work. Right elbow, Coleman. Coleman steps back, jump shot, rim short. Davenport rebound. And 15 seconds, shot clock is off in the opening quarter. Ahead to Martin. Martin left-hand dribble, pulls up foul line. Jay in and out, no good. Rebound Ekhelar into and out of her hands. Loose on the floor. It goes back to Ekhelar. She can't get the putback to go. And it'll get hit out by Morgan State with 2.3 on the clock, staying with West Virginia. The ball comes in from the left baseline. Smith, the triggerman, looking to fire it in. Better get it into the corner right. It goes long two and rim short. Davenport as the horn sounds and the first period comes to a close. West Virginia ends the opening chapter on a 7-0.
Often, as we have seen her tonight, who's already 2 for 2 from the three-point line.
Morgan State with the ball inbounding far sideline at half court. West Virginia into the tight man-to-man defense. Smith is out there guarding Chavis tightly, who hands it off on the right wing side to Horn. Horn, 10 off the shot clock with a left-hand dribble to the left wing side. Puts it on the floor, diving for it. A ball was kicked by Morgan State. It'll come back to West Virginia as we have 16 seconds off the clock here in the second period. Our score, Mountaineers 22, Morgan State 6. Today's game being brought to you in part by Frontier Communications. Keeps you in the game. Frontier, don't go it alone. Smith is out there with Pardee and Martin, Davenport, and Ekhelar. Short left corner, Pardee one hands it over to the right wing side. Tiny's catch and shoot. Three is missed short, and the rebound comes down to the Lady Bears. Foot on the gas for Morgan State. Down the lane, up and no good. Chavis missed it strong. The weak side board pulled down by Ekhelar. Clears some space and hands it off to the diminutive point guard, Madison Smith. Smith with 2 points in this one. Dribbles left wing side at the high wing. Fires it right side to Martin. Ball on her left tip as she surveys. 15 to shoot. Works the screen, pulls up at the foul line, jump shot off rim left, and the rebound. One bounce put back there for Davenport. 12 points for Naomi Davenport, who is unguardable here in this opening half.
And she's doing it all. 12 points and 5 rebounds already.
She had a triple-double, mind you, the first player in West Virginia history to do that since 1987. Pull up left side, short shot, no good from Chavis from 10. Rebound off the iron, Pardee on a bounce to a cutting Smith down the lane. Well done by Pardee, feeding Smith perfectly as she makes it a 26-6 contest here in the second quarter with 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go.
Great job by the Mountaineers on that possession, allowing their defense to turn into offense, getting a stop on the defensive end, outletting it to running guards, and Madison Smith gets an easy open layup in transition.
Bolusing on the left wing, slashing straight line to the cup, and she's blocked by Davenport. It caroms over to Morgan State's Morales, whose shot is no good. And we have a foul over the back that'll be called on Bolusing of Morgan State. And it'll be West Virginia ball with 8:14 to go here in the second quarter. And the Mountaineers leading by 20. So we'll see Asia McCullough come into the game for Morgan State. Madison Smith, meanwhile, brings it up the floor for West Virginia. Martin, high wing, has it for three, in and out, no good. Fight for the rebound, popped in and out, caroms to Pardee. She'll pull it out of there, a fresh 30, fires it over the left. Smith to Davenport, back to Smith. Smith to Davenport once more, now Pardee, her name into the mix. To the right side, Martin in between the rings. Tiny's right-hand dribble goes straight to the goal, lays it in, and Tiny's Martin has 4 points, 2 out of 8 shooting. West Virginia, their largest lead of 22 points. Second quarter. Meanwhile, a three on the other end. Left wing side, no good from Ekhelar. Weak side board, and the shot put up, no good from Coleman. And we'll have a 2-shot foul as West Virginia's Pardee will pick up her second, summoning Lucky Rudd to press row. Year out of nearby Baltimore. She has scored in double figures 9 times. She has eclipsed 20 points 3 different times. Righty shot is up and good. A year ago, including the last 15 games, an average 9.5 points per game. Second on the team in rebounding as well. The second shot is up. That's too strong. Goes 1 out of 2. We're going to have a lane violation by Theresa Ekhelar, which will allow another opportunity for Coleman to go 2 of 2 from the line. So she is 1 of 1 right now, up and good. So she makes the most out of the do-over. West Virginia's lead trimmed to 20, 7.5 to go in this second period. Smith with Martin and Rudd in the backcourt. Davenport, Ekhelar. They find Davenport all alone. Good look from Smith on a baseball pass underneath. And Naomi has 14. She is 6 of 7 from the floor. It is all Naomi Davenport.
Great pass by Madison Smith. Morgan State set up in a bit of a 1-3-1, leaving Naomi Davenport against the guard on that back line.
To the right side, here's Chavis with West Virginia leading by 22. 3 minutes off the second period clock. Chavis at the top of the wing. She ball fakes right now, does throw that way. She gets a return pass from Sherrill. To the left wing, it goes to Horn, who jacks a three as the shot clock comes down. It's off the iron and no good. Martin pulls down the rebound, another one for her. Ahead to Smith, right wing, she drives the baseline. She's fouled by Morgan State, and it is going to be called on Horn. That'll be the second on the Lady Bears, and that'll bring in a couple of subs for the Lady Bears. Bolusing and Murray come into the lineup. So we're going to bring Jayla Jordan, who has a little bit of a bump. Davenport will get some much-needed rest. She's done just about everything. 14 points, 5 rebounds. Ball comes in from the left baseline. Smith better get it in. She pops it out to center court. That's where Rudd is. Rudd running the show now for West Virginia at the point. Lucky on the left wing. Pulls up for three. Rims it short and tries to get her own rebound. Instead, Morgan State pulls it down and they work it ahead to Chavis. Chavis, a jumper along the right blocks. Missed the shot. The rebound caromed again to Morgan State. Out front, the ball goes to Morales. Morales to McCalla. McCalla to the center court stripe, backs it out of there. Smith guards her. West Virginia in the man-to-man. To the left side, it goes to Bolusing. 16 to shoot. High wing, it's Morales in the painted area. The ball goes to Coleman. She backs out of there. Tries to work it. The ball stolen away by Ekhelar. Ahead to Smith. Across the timeline she comes. And one bounce to Jordan. It's a little wide to her right. And out of bounds it goes along the end line.
It was a great look by Smith. Just couldn't deliver the pass. She tried to thread the needle, and Jordan just couldn't handle it.
30-8 our score. West Virginia over Morgan State. Second period, 5 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Into the front court, here comes McCalla. We've got an illegal screen that'll be called by the referee tonight. Brian Garland, Kevin Pethel, and Tiara Cruz round fouls. Goodness.
Jeez.
Yeah, that is correct. 4 fouls for Desiree Morales, the freshman forward. They sneak up on you quick. 5:35 here in this opening half. High right, it's Smith for WVU. Smith looks for an open teammate, crosses over, 13 to shoot. She's at the top of the circle. To the left wing she goes. West Virginia standing around. 7 to shoot. Pull up, foul line jumper. Smith missed it. And the fight for the rebound. Jordan concedes to Morgan State. And into the front court, losing her dribble, McCalla. Fight for it as Jordan pulls it in. It's tied up, and the arrow to West Virginia.
Good hustle on that possession by Jayla Jordan, forcing the turnover.
Jordan out, Davenport is in. 5-0 period, West Virginia 30, Morgan State 8. Smith into the front court, dribbles along her right hip, high right. With the ball, she surveys, fires over to the right side, deflected out by Morgan State at three-quarters court. And that'll bring us to a break in the action. 4 minutes, 58 seconds.
They've been so impressive on the defensive end, and that defense has really transitioned to their offense and allowed them to score 16 points in the paint already in this first half.
Left wing, Smith. High wing, Martin as we play on. 10 to shoot. Martin long two straight on. Hits the long jumper. Tiny, 6 points, 3 field goals. West Virginia 32-8, the lead. 4:40 to go. Here's Morgan State into the offense. Horn up across the 10-second line. Fires left corner. The three jacked up. In and out, no good. Missed by Bolusing. Rebound, Ekhelar for WVU. And for Theresa, that is her 6th rebound. She had 8 Saturday against Eastern Kentucky. Right side, here's Martin for WVU. Works a screen from Ekhelar, pulls up right elbow, long two is short, and Ekhelar crashing for the board, may have gone over the back. Good hustle, and she's able to keep possession of the basketball, somehow getting that ball to hit off an orange-clad Morgan State Lady Bear. Good hustle by Ekhelar, who was strong side, and then hustled over to the weak side to keep West Virginia in possession of the pill. She gets the inbound from Smith, fires to Martin left side. 4 minutes, 10 seconds to go. 32-8, West Virginia. Left elbow, Davenport doubled. They kick out to Martin between the rings. Tynes with it with a left-hand dribble. Tynes nearly has her pocket pick, works his screen to Davenport. 15 to shoot. Naomi with a game-high 14. High block, she flips up a shot. It's errant, and it'll go out of bounds. Never grazed iron. Morgan State ball with 3:54 in this opening half.
And a rare miss for Davenport. But that two-man game between Martin and Davenport is something that can be really dangerous, as they both are such dynamic scorers.
Here's Bolasing right side to the corner. It goes to Chavis. And out front now the ball to Coleman. 15 to shoot for Morgan State. Again, just 2 out of 21. High blocks, fade away, jumper from 10, no good. Coleman missed it. And the board, the 8th of the game for Ekhelar, ties her season high already here in the first half. Works it ahead to Smith. Smith got away with the travel. Goes to the right side to Davenport. Now Martin writes her name into the mix. 18 to shoot. Back out front, the ball goes to Smith. Unlucky Rudd. Fires it as West Virginia works the perimeter game. And the pass nearly stolen away. Knocked out by Morgan State with 10 on the shot clock. It remains West Virginia pill. Mountaineers 32, Lady Bears 8 our score. Here from the Coliseum in Morgantown. Ball comes in at three-quarters court. And Smith at the timeline. Smith now straight line drive, pulls up, high blocks, kicks out to Rudd right side. Rudd has the ball poked out by a Lady Bear player. And with 2 left on the shot clock, West Virginia come up with a good sideline out of bounds play from the corner. Rudd will be the triggerman. Again, 2 on the shot clock. It goes out front. Martin, ball popped around, and they cannot get the shot off. It's a violation by West Virginia, turning it over to the Lady Bears. For West Virginia, just their 6th turnover of this game. They have forced 10. 3:01 to go in this opening half. Coming up into the front court is Horn. Smith guards her. On a bounce, it goes to Sherrill. Sherrill outside left to Chavis. Chavis to the wing, to the corner now left side, and to Coleman. Coleman steps back, long 2 is strong and no good. 9 rebounds, Ekhelar, she pulls down. Tallest player on the floor by far. They head to Smith. Smith at the high wing has a trailer in Ekhelar. Ekhelar's like, what are you giving it to me for? Hands it over to Rudd. Rudd up top to Davenport, right side Martin. 17 to shoot, Mountaineers. Tynes turns, throws it away. Sideline left, and it'll be a turnover again for West Virginia.
And the Mountaineers have been sloppy the last couple possessions, not getting a shot up off of the inbounds, and then again turning the ball over in the open court. They have to be tighter with the basketball and can't allow the score to determine how they play.
Morgan State's shooting 9% in this game. Left elbow jumper. Coleman flushed it home. Just the 3rd made shot in 24 tries by Morgan State, ending a 5-minute scoring drought. 32-10 the score. West Virginia by 22. Back to work the Mountaineers. Left side, here's Martin out front to Rudd. Rudd with a left-hand dribble on the block. She goes to the short left corner. Step back jumper from 10 is no good, and the rebound goes to the Lady Bears. Chavis into the front court for Morgan State as we have 1:45 to play before the half ends. Chavis, the sophomore guard, picked up by Smith. Smith goes for the steal. The bounce goes to Bolasing high right. And now she winds it towards center court, slows down the offense. 13 to shoot for the Lady Bears. Morgan State. Bolasing dribbles behind her back, now down the lane, and defended well by Ekhelar. The ball is lost, and Rudd picks it up. West Virginia now working into their game. Here's Martin, the pull-up jumper from the foul line, no good. Already 10 rebounds. Ekhelar pulls it down weak side and draws the foul. Good job by Ekhelar. 10 rebounds in this opening half. We'll get back to the line for West Virginia, a 22-point lead.
Great job by Ekhelar, really making herself a presence on both ends of the floor, crashing the boards.
Theresa Ekhelar has 10 boards. That is 18 in her last 2 games. Newark, New Jersey native will step to the charity stripe as Nia Staples gets ready to come in for West Virginia. The final 78 seconds of this one. And Ekhelar hits.
Check 4, Nia Staples.
Mountaineers 33 and Morgan State 10 our score. Defensively, West Virginia's been very good. As Ekhelar hits the free throw, West Virginia's lead 24 points. For the Mountaineers, their largest lead matches the one that they held with 4:48 earlier in this quarter. Left to right come the Lady Bears. High left, it's Asia McCalla. McCalla at center court now. picked up by Smith. Boy, Smith loves to play defense, and it's apparent, but she got turned sideways. And are they going to call it on Smith? They are. But really, she was bumped by Elizabeth Sherrill.
Yeah, it looked like Smith did a good job fighting over that screen, and Sherrill kind of clipped her with the hip.
Yeah, incidental context. She was almost pushed into the ball handler. Inside of a minute to go as Smith picks up the foul. Just the second for West Virginia in the quarter. And now high right with the ball is McCalla, 19 to shoot. On a bounce, it goes back to Horn. Davenport on her. 15 to shoot, Lady Bears. At the wing, high, it's Horn. Nearly lost the dribble, recovers, goes to Chavis right side. Down to the low blocks underneath Sherrill. The reverse layup is no good. And the rebound, Ekhelar, her 11th of the half. Leading by 24, West Virginia sets up for the final shot perhaps. Now there's still a 5-second differential between the shot and game clock, so forgive me there. High left, it's Smith. Works the screen from Ekhelar. Smith right side on a bounce to Davenport. Underneath, high blocks. Ekhelar flips up a shot. It goes down, and she draws the foul. Talk about a prayer falling down for you. When you're having a night, you're having a night. And Theresa Ekhelar is having a night. And one play worth smiling about. She's wondering, how did that go in? For those watching at home, WVUsports.com. Let's take another look. She flipped it up. Her arm was grabbed. The shot goes, and a chance for as Ekhelar at the line again. 4 out of 4 from the charity stripe and a bonus free throw. And is she okay? I think they want to.
She's bleeding her knee.
Yep, got a cut. Maybe broke open a scab on her left knee. So she's going to have to get a towel. We'll take care of that. And this allows us the opportunity, or Apple TV device, may as well download it. You can watch us that way as well. West Virginia has done some pretty good work, if I do say so myself, from the charity stripe tonight. 8 of 9, as make it 9 of 10 as Ekhelar converts the three-point play. West Virginia's ahead 37 to 10, and they're shooting the ball well, 43%. Defensively, even better. Here's the right elbow jumper. A foul is called as Bolasing puts up the shot. West Virginia will be charged with their third. Tiny Martin will pick it up for WVU. That'll be her second of the game. Bolasing to the charity stripe where she's 63% coming into this game on the year. Up and no good. For you. 3 made shots. This quarter, just 1 out of 12. Bolasing, Queens, New York native, hits the second free throw, and 5 of the 11 points have come from the charity stripe for Morgan State. 37 to 11, 4 seconds left. Into and out of the hands, a pass with some velocity from Smith. It hits off of Staples, and it'll be Morgan State ball for the final 3 seconds of this half.
And Staples has to use 2 hands to catch that ball. She tried to catch it with 1 hand and wasn't able to quite corral it.
And off the inbound, she deflects a pass to Smith off the sideline out of bounds by Morgan State, and it almost ended up as a half-ending 3. But West
and then the Mountaineers
through the gates. Hope you could join us. Tickets just $5 online, WVUgame.com. And we play here in the second half. It's underway. Morgan State has it. Right to left they travel. Coleman from the left elbow. Missed a jumper short, and the rebound comes to the Mountaineers. Traveling with Smith, Martin, Pardee. Ekhelar at the 5, Davenport at the 4, the original starters for West Virginia. Davenport with a game-high 14 for the Mountaineers. It's to Smith on the right side wing. High wing to Ekhelar. Left side, Tynese Martin. Martin out front to Pardee, wide open for a triple, and it's off rim right, no good. Weak side board for Davenport. Out front to Smith with a fresh 30. Smith has it to the right side, Pardee. Pardee with a right-hand dribble looking for Davenport. Instead will take it herself, working a screen to the elbow left. Pardee looking for help, rolls it to the right blocks. Davenport dropped it, picked it up in the corner, bouncing right of the lane, low blocks to Pardee, and a jump ball is called. It'll go to West Virginia, 11 to shoot, as they lead at 37 to 11 here at the WVU Coliseum. Tuesday night, West Virginia over Morgan State, baseline right inbound. Smith to the corner right, Pardee. Pardee doubled there, and she's knocked to the ground. A foul will be called. Ping-ponged around. They'll call Jahia Chavis for the personal foul. For Chavis, she picks up her first. So at 3 quarters, court and a fresh 30-second shot clock. It'll be Naomi Davenport triggering it in to Madison Smith. Smith Dribbles the ball between her legs, goes to the corner right. Davenport up the baseline, kicks out, left side three, wide open. Pardee, got it. West Virginia 3 out of 8, shooting from downtown, now in the lead 40-11.
Great job by Davenport on that possession. They ran a little pick and pop between her and Smith. And Davenport, instead of taking that little short jumper, found a wide open Pardee.
Down the lane, low blocks, laying it in. Adriana Coleman for just the 4th made field goal of this game here in the 3rd quarter for Morgan State. 40-13, they trim the lead of West Virginia. Smith out front to Davenport, left side Pardee. Pardee back high wing, it goes to Martin. Martin Smith snaps it right side to Davenport. Out front Pardee. Pardee, 12 to shoot, jacks the three and makes the three. Pardee comes out shooting hot in this second half for West Virginia, leading 43-13. Largest lead for West Virginia. And into the front court for the Lady Bears of Morgan State. Jahia Chavis bounces to the high wing. With it is Coleman, pulls up at the high blocks, missed the jump shot, and another rebound there by Ekhelar, her 12th for Theresa Ekhelar. She comes up into the front court for West Virginia. A trailer, Martin makes the three. West Virginia, their 3rd triple of this 3rd period, 46-13, West Virginia. Into the front court. Here comes the Lady Bears Bolasing. The Lady Bears Bolasing. And a whistle and a timeout will be called by Morgan State. Edward Davis, the 3rd-year head coach, calls it, and littles in clinics throughout the state. Experts are in your hometown, transforming lives with patient care, research, and innovation. WVUmedicine.org. Morgan State ball inbounding sideline, near side, and they bounce down low underneath to Coleman. Low blocks, missed the shot. The rebound pulled down by Ekhelar, and she pulls it away. Ahead to Smith. Smith foot on the gas. Smith comes up to the left elbow, left to right West Virginia in the second half, leading it 46-13. 7 minutes to play in the period. Down to the low blocks, Davenport, a step back jumper way off the mark, and the rebound comes down to the Lady Bears. Ahead, working it into the front court is Horn. Horn between the rings, picked up by Smith. Horn backs it up to the timeline, 10 off the shot clock, and out front the ball will go to Chavis. Chavis to Bolasing, back to Horn between the rings, coming up on 10 to shoot. High right the ball to Chavis. Chavis comes up to the top of the circle to the right elbow. The moving jumper is up and good. Hit nicely by Desiree Morales, playing with 4 fouls here in this 3rd period. 46-15, West Virginia's lead trimmed. Inside of 6.5 minutes, 3rd quarter. Left side, Martin, high wing, it goes to Davenport with the game high 14 points. Tries to find a cutter, throws it away, intercepted by Morgan State. Ahead to Horn, and a give and go on a 2-on-1. Horn can't work it to Coleman, who missed it off the side of the backboard. Gets the carom, though. Fresh 30 for Morgan State. Chavis between the rings resets it for the Lady Bears. And she comes up surveying the West Virginia defense. Handing it off now to Bolasing, who runs the show. 10 to shoot for Morgan State. Working a screen to the high wing, to the right wing. Jacks the three and hits the three. That'll be the first make in 6 tries for Morgan State on a little bit of a run here in this 3rd period. 46-18, West Virginia left to right. Mountaineers get into the offense with Martin. Martin to the corner right to Pardee, deflected out by the Lady Bears. It'll stay with West Virginia, 18 to shoot. And for the first time in the period, we see from the right corner, the ball comes in and it's thrown into the backcourt by Davenport, flagged down by Smith. Smith to Nyblack, high wing, and away from the ball, a foul committed as McCullough knocked over Katrina Pardee. So ball in from the right baseline. And another sub, Chavis checks in. McCullough checks out. For McCullough, she picks up personal foul number 1. It's the second on Morgan State. Triggerman is Smith for West Virginia. To the corner right, Martin drives up the baseline, kicks out to Nyblack, fires out right to Smith. Smith now drives the blocks, kicks out, long left corner. Shot is good by Davenport. 16 points as she is 7 out of 10 shooting the basketball for West Virginia.
Great job by Smith. She created that shot for Davenport in that possession, drawing 3 defenders and then able to wrap around that pass to Davenport baseline, knocking down the open shot.
West Virginia is 4 of 6 shooting the basketball here in the 3rd quarter. Down in the painted area, driving, uncontested is Coleman with a left window layup past Nyblack. You don't see that often. 48-20, West Virginia the lead inside of 5 minutes, period 3. Davenport hands it off to Pardee, left wing. Out high it goes to Martin. Martin pulls up long two, straight on, and flushed it for West Virginia. Martin now in double figures for the Mountaineers, 11 points on 5 of 13 shooting. Back to a 30-point lead for West Virginia, their largest mark, 33 tonight. Coming up on 4.5 to play, period 3. Good defense by Smith at the timeline on Chavis as the guards battle. He gets away from her defender, does Chavis, finds Horn, who finds Bolasing at the top of the wing. Inside the painted area, the jumper straight on is missed. A 10-footer and a foul called on West Virginia as there's no number 13 for WVU. And I think they're going to get Nyblack instead, 14 quarter. Smith, Martin, Pardee, backcourt with Davenport, Ekhelar, front court, West Virginia. Foul at the break, and now to the line, shooting two for the Lady Bears. Coleman, Adriana misses, picking up her third for WVU. The right-handed shooter, Coleman, 67% coming into the game, misses the second as well, but the offensive rebound, grabbing it, is the Lady Bears. And here comes McCalla. With it out front, the ball goes to Davis. Rather Chavis. Chavis rolling it right of the lane. Short right corner for a turnaround jumper that's hit by the freshman forward, Desiree Morales, playing with the 4 fouls, her second field goal from long range. 50-22 the score. Martin right side wing, high wing, it goes to Pardee. Pardee now running the show for the time being. And she beckons to Smith to set a screen. Works it, 13 to shoot, right elbow in the painted area, drives right to the goal and lays it in. 10 points for Pardee. Well done by Katrina.
Crafty move there by Pardee, weaving in and out of the Morgan State defense.
3.5 to play, quarter 3 to the right side. Coleman with a left-hand dribble, stops inside the circle, fires outside right, and jacking a 3 and missing it. Air ball strong is Bolasing. Out of bounds it goes. Missed it badly as 2 in for West Virginia at the horn. Smith and Naomi Davenport. 3 minutes and 22 seconds. So Jordan comes in for the second time in this game. Ankle injury, limited to 2 minutes. Saturday in Charleston when we played Eastern Kentucky, but she seems to be moving around pretty well. As Pardee runs the point for West Virginia. Fires right to Martin, who jacks the 3. Rims it short. Long carom going to Morgan State's Asia McCalla. McCalla brings it up the floor, right to left for Morgan State. Fires to the right side to Bolasing. Now over to the left side is Chavis. Chavis works on Pardee inside the painted area and down underneath. 1-step, 2-step, layup and score out of control. But Morales gets it to fall. She has scored 6 here in this third period. West Virginia leading 52-24. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left. Lucky Rudd has it on the left wing. High wing, it goes to Martin. Fires right side to Pardee. Pardee inside the area, tries to jump stop, instead bouncing to a cutter. That is Ekhelar, who has 9 points and is 1 point away from her first career double-double.
Great job by Pardee, drawing Morales to step up on defense and just dropping that pass off to Ekhelar for an easy finish.
At the high wing with the basketball as Coleman pulls up from the left side, fades away. The 12-footer is no good. Ekhelar pulls down another rebound, her 14th of the night. Into the front court, here comes West Virginia's Pardee. Pardee at the high wing, 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Right side wing, Tyneese Martin. Out front it goes to Jayla Jordan. Lucky Rudd high left for West Virginia. Bouncing to a cutting Pardee, pulls up, stops, pops, but missed the shot badly. Offensive board, the putback is there, Ekhelar, but she is blocked on the play as it is a jump ball called. Morales of Morgan State got into tie it up. Will come out. West Virginia, the 30-point lead. Kayla Horn comes in, replacing Asia McCalla. Mountaineers inside of 2 minutes and 1:45 on the clock, leading by 30 points. And proceeding front court is Kayla Horn, the Romulus, Michigan native. Hands the ball off to Chavis. Chavis fires outside right. Here's Horn. Horn on a bounce at the high wing, Coleman. Coleman works on 2 defenders, and a foul will be called. Closing late was Jordan, who picks up the foul for West Virginia. Did not have good position to go for the block. Tried to go from behind, got turned sideways. And when you're playing from behind defensively,
And Jordan can't just simply rely on her length. She has such long arms that she can easily block shots that it creates. It's going to be a foul each and every time. She has to do a better job with her feet on that lateral movement, cutting off the offensive player.
2 shots missed from the free throw line. 0 of 2 Coleman. It remains 54-24 as the ball popped out of bounds near sideline. With 1:34 to play, it will stay with West Virginia. And lucky 4 left in this period 3. Rudd looks left, fires outside high. It'll go to Martin, skying to get the inbound pass, handing it off to Pardee, the de facto point guard for West Virginia. 90 seconds to play. Right side, here's Martin. Martin jump pass over to the left side. Snap it over Pardee to Rudd for 3. Short, no good. Deflected by Martin, weak side into the hands of Morgan State, and it'll come down to the Bears, ahead to Chavis. High right she has it as the Bears travel right to left here in this third period. Trailing West Virginia by 30. High bouncing is Horn with the basketball to the center court logo as we come up on 14 to shoot for the Lady Bears. She crosses over, picked up by Rudd. Left wing she goes with it, tries to work his screen. Inside of 10 to shoot. Now to the mid blocks left. Kicks it out, high side, it'll go to Bolasing. Bolasing now pulls up and missed a shot badly with the clock winding down. Into the hands, it comes to the Mountaineers and the deflection. Pardee up left to right for West Virginia. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. 54-24 Mountaineers. To the right side, Pardee, and a reach-in foul called on Morgan State, which will be their third. And that will be the 5th on Desiree Morales, who fouls out of this basket. Had 4 in the first half and hit some shots in the third period, playing with 4, but she is done for the night. Desiree Morales, a freshman forward out of Hartford, Connecticut, out of the game, and replacing her is Elizabeth Sherrill. Now West Virginia plays on. Short left corner, a long 2 is hit, flushed home by Madison Smith, who has 6 points on 3 field goals. Mountaineer lead is 32. High right with the ball, dribbling is Chavis, handing it off to Horn. Horn fires high left to McCalla. 16 seconds to go in this third quarter. Crossing over, pulling up, fade away from the left point. It's no good. Nyblack skies for the rebound for WVU, her first of the game. She's been in foul trouble. 4 seconds left. A reach-in foul will be called. Morgan State will pick it up, and that'll be on Asia McCalla. That'll be 4 on the Lady Bears, but the third quarter is winding down. Here sooner rather than later. Smith from the right end line fires to the corner right. Nyblack is guarded tight there. 1 second left. She forces up the baseline jumper and hits. Kari Nyblack, hand in her face, did a good job getting this shot off. 24 at the end of 3 quarters. The fourth quarter coming your way after this from U.S. Cellular. With the U.S. Cellular network, you'll get a stronger signal that works in the middle of anywhere. Just $5 online, WVUGame.com Thursday night. All right, the fourth quarter begins with West Virginia in the lead, 58-24. Madison Smith feeds Martin, high wing, a 3, no good, and the rebound comes out and into the hands of the Lady Bears of Morgan State. And up the floor comes the point guard Horn, fires over to Chavis, left wing side. Chavis with the basketball, tries to put a move on her defender, Jordan. And to the foul line she goes. Pulls up, floats up a shot. That's no good. And the rebound popped out of there and going out of bounds at 3/4 court along the far sideline. It will stay with Morgan State. West Virginia 47% on 22 of 47 shooting. Meanwhile, just 9 made shots and 40 tries for the Lady Bears at 23%. Right side, Chavis off of the inbound. Guarded by Martin. Drives up the baseline. Sealed off by Nyblack. Kicks out to Sherrill. Far side. Near side, rather, as we see it, it'll go to Horn. Horn backs it out between the rings. 15 on the shot clock for Morgan State. To the right side wing, and a foul. Hand check will be called on West Virginia. They weren't moving their feet defensively, and it'll be Jordan who picks up the foul. It'll be number 2 on Jayla.
And her man is setting the screen, jumping out there to guard the ball handler. She's putting 2 hands out first, and she's going to pick up a foul like that every time.
Kayla Horn between the rings. 60 seconds off the fourth quarter game clock. Mountaineers 58-24 the lead. To the right side, it's McCalla. McCalla winds it up to the high wing. Her pass is deflected by Jordan. Gets it back, though. 10 to shoot. Deep right wing. Pops it underneath. Looking for Sherrill. Off of her hand. Loose on the floor. Nyblack of West Virginia picks it up and then is knocked to the ground. Fouled hard by Elizabeth Sherrill, the 6'2 freshman center. Nyblack with a wry smile. And West Virginia will come up the floor, left to right, from the left baseline. It's 58-24. Mountaineers, led by 16 from Davenport, 10 from Pardee, 11 from Martin. It's Martin left side wing for West Virginia. Fires to the high circle. There's Staples underneath. Nyblack triple team and overcomes it with a power move. That's the strength of Kari Nyblack in action right there.
Great job by Nyblack keeping the ball high and splitting 3 defenders to get a layup.
8:19 to go in this fourth quarter. It's 60-24. West Virginia, their largest lead, 36 points. Staples guards the point guard, Horn, who bounces to the high wing to Coleman. Coleman 13 to shoot. Jordan on her. And they bounce on a good switch defensively. It's intercepted by Jordan. Now Smith ahead, throws it away. Martin tried to keep it in, and Mike Carey will bring in Lucky Rudd to take Smith out of the game. Following West Virginia's Singh returns to the lineup. Sherrill comes out, and I thought Morales fouled out of the game, but apparently she is not. She has 4 fouls, still comes back into the lineup. I'm just saying, how did she get in here?
Yeah.
So Morales is in the game. McCullough to the left of the lane. It goes to Coleman, who's fouled by Jordan. Jordan not in good position going for the block. So Jayla Jordan has picked up 3 pretty quickly here, all coming in the second half.
Long. She has to use that to her advantage. She doesn't need to swat down on Coleman to try to block that shot. She needs to wait until the ball is released there.
And we see her shoulders kind of turn. She's not necessarily squared up on.
Exactly.
And we go back to the moving your feet thing as the first free throw missed. Second one as well. Rim short by Coleman, who's had a tough day at the line, going 2 out of 8 from the charity stripe. It remains West Virginia by 36, 60-24. 7 minutes, 30 seconds to play in the fourth. Rudd at the top of the wing to the right side. Staples, 4-3. Off rim right, no good, and the rebound goes to Morgan State as they push it ahead. Working it is Horn. Horn down the far sideline to the right wing. She turns, spins, drives straight line, and is blocked by Staples out of bounds. Good guard defense there by Nia Staples.
Great job by Staples just keeping her hand straight up, not reaching down or swatting down as Horn got ready to take the shot.
Ekhelar comes in for Jordan as the ball in from the left end line for Morgan State. To the right elbow, Morales has it, 18 to shoot. 7:11 on the clock. She puts it on the floor. Picked up by West Virginia. Nyblack knocked it loose. Ekhelar takes the change. And into the front court, Tynese Martin is running the point for West Virginia. Comes to the near sideline at 3/4 court, high right. She works the screen, puts a move on her man, pulls up the high blocks. The jumper, no good, off the rim to the right, and out of bounds. The carom goes. It'll stay West Virginia's ball with 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go in this one. Mountaineers 60, Lady Bears 24. Smith back into the lineup. She will replace Tynese Martin. And I don't know if Mike Carey will ride with this configuration the rest of the way. Davenport, Pardee, and Martin, the big 3 for WVU on the bench, with West Virginia comfortably in the lead by 36. Rudd fires way into the backcourt from the near right corner. Smith flags it down. Out there with Staples and Rudd in the backcourt, Nyblack at the 4, Ekhelar at the 5. Smith drives down the left blocks, kicks out, open 3 for Rudd. She missed it off to the left. Topped off by the hand of Nyblack into the hands, rebound to Morgan State. Trailing the play, Bolasing gets a good pass, drives a straight line, and is called for a charge as Rudd hangs in, taking the charge. West Virginia, just a terrific job of doing that this year.
They have, and it's been mainly Katrina Pardee, but with the addition of Lucky Rudd, she does an excellent job of moving her feet as well and being in the right position.
Inside of 6.5 minutes in the basketball game, West Virginia 60, Morgan State 24. Deep left wing is Smith. She slashes to the goal and is fouled. No, she is the one who commits the offensive foul as the Morgan State Lady Bears take an offensive charge.
Smith got a little bit out of control on that drive. She took off a little early as we look at the replay, and the defender was already set.
Yep, left her feet. And here comes Morgan State. Their last field goal came with 2 minutes and 52 seconds in the third quarter. Here we are, 6 minutes in period 4. Between the rings with the basketball, Horn. Horn works on Nyblack left side. Out front it goes to Morales. Down the blocks right. She flips up a shot off the side of the backboard. Nia Staples pulls down the rebound. She's got her foot on the gas. Dribbles into 3 defenders. Takes it all the way to the goal. And she can't get the roll. Weak side board. Rudd pulls it out of 4 defenders. Now to the mid blocks right. Tries to fire to the wing. And it's deflected out by Morgan State. Good, tough rebound by Lucky Rudd.
Good job by Rudd, new player, against 3 Morgan State defenders and snatching that rebound.
And took a shot, I think, in the throat, as she'll be the triggerman at three-quarters court along the near sideline, firing to the backcourt. 5 minutes, 30 seconds to go in this one. West Virginia 60, Morgan State 24. Mountaineers haven't scored in 3 minutes. Staples inside the high circle, goes to the left to Rudd. Rudd had a look at three, but couldn't fire off the shot. Now she pulls it down, dribbles out of good defensive pressure, and a foul reach in on Morgan State will be called. Stopping the clock at 5 minutes and 17 seconds. Asia McCullough is the culprit. That'll be the third on Morgan State. McCullough has 4. So from the far sideline, the ball comes in at three-quarters court. Rudd fires to the midcourt stripe. Smith runs the show for West Virginia, leading 60-24 in the fourth period. At the center court logo, high wing to Ekhelar, who hands it right back off to Smith, who hands it off to Rudd. West Virginia out front. Here's Smith. Smith pops it, foul line extended to Nye Black, ball fake, and draws a foul as she drove down the blocks. And that will be 5 on Morales finally. She fouls out of this game. That brings us to a break in the action. The score remains West Virginia 60, Morgan State downs for Theresa Ekhelar, Tynese Martin. For those watching at home, a reason to smile. She has 11 points. Ball in from the baseline, and the shot up and no good. A foul drawn by Kari Nyblack, who took a shot to the head by Naomi Bollasing of Morgan State. Nyblack has in her 11 minutes played, but that's just a usual day at the office for the very tough and impressive true freshman Nyblack, who's been to the line more than anyone this year. To have a double-double in nearly 8 years when we were down in Charleston this past Saturday. 18 points, 12 rebounds against Eastern Kentucky as she hits the second of 2, breaks a scoring drought of over 3.5 minutes for West Virginia, now leading 61-24. Now Morgan State right to left into the offense. Here comes McCullough between the circles. High right, it goes to Chavis. Return pass, it'll now go to Bollasing. 15 to shoot. West Virginia in the tight man-to-man. Bollasing, a crossover on Rudd, pulls up at the foul line on the jump shot, and it is Rudd who picks up the foul, who got beat on a move and then came back with an arm and is called for the hand check. It's her first personal and the 5th on West Virginia. A shooting foul nonetheless. Mountaineers over the limit. And here's Bollasing to the line tonight, where she's 3 out of 4. Morgan State is just 6 of 13 there tonight. The Lady Bears in jeopardy of dropping to 1 and 10 as the second free throw is up and down. 61-26 our score. West Virginia comfortably in the lead. The press is on. A 2-2-1. And West Virginia breaks it across the timeline, far sideline. It goes Smith to Rudd. Returning it high left to Smith. 18 to shoot. Towards the center court logo, the freshman Madison Smith dribbles the ball, firing outside left, down to Rudd, and a hand check impeding the progress as Rudd proceeded to the goal will be called on McCullough, who picks up her 5th of the game, and that should do it for her. Tonight is 10 out of 12. Mountaineers, very good free throw shooting team, second best in the Big 12 Conference, 70% collectively as Rudd.
The defense of Morgan State to pick up fouls. They have 2 players for Morgan State that have already fouled out because the Mountaineers have been so aggressive on the offensive end.
Rudd's second free throw, that rattles home, and West Virginia holds a 63-26 lead. 4 minutes, 15 seconds to play in this one. Mountaineers looking to go to 7-2. On a bounce from center court, Horn high right, it goes to Chavis. Chavis between the rings, and now a foul away from the ball. And a reach-in foul trying to defend Nia Staples will pick up the ill-advised foul. It'll be her first of the game. West 5 fouls in women's basketball per quarter. The 1-1 went away about 4 years ago. So 2 shots forthcoming for Horn. 47% from the line this year coming into this game, and she hits the first. And the second free throw up and too strong. Off back iron. Staples pulls down the rebound, her second of the game. Ahead, she gives it to Smith, who runs the show. Madison Smith, 6 points, 3 of 7. High wing to Nyblack. She had an open look at 3, but she said, no, I'll pull it down, defer to my point guard, get it back on a bounce, now drive the lane, take on 3 defenders, and get fouled. That's how Kari Nyblack does it, as she is able to get Elizabeth Sherrill into the foul, which will be her 4th of the game.
Nyblack plays so hard, and she's not afraid of contact. That's what allows her to pick up so many fouls and lead this team and free throw.
For Nyblack, who has 5 points and makes another trip to the line for West Virginia. Bouncing hard that ball with the right hand and missed both free throws into and out of the hands of Ekhelar. And we have a foul on West Virginia. Nyblack reaching in for the loose ball, and it'll come back the other way. Again, Mountaineers over the left side of his face, as he doesn't want to see the process here or the aesthetics or the quality of play erode. Hits the first of 2 free throws, meanwhile, as Nyblack has 4 fouls in 12 minutes. Up and good. West Virginia's 63 to now 30. They lead this game. 63 to 29, beg your pardon. Into the front court, breaking the 2-2-1 press. Nyblack has it at the timeline, pulls it up at the high wing and hands off to Rudd, right side. Smith between the circles to the left side, fires to Staples. Staples, as they work it down to Ekhelar, turns and spins, lays it in. Ekhelar into double figures, the double-double for Theresa. 11 points and 15 rebounds in a career night for Theresa Ekhelar. 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go, as proceeding front court is Kayla Horn. Horn dribbles between her legs, Staples guards, hands extended, moving her feet. On a bounce, the ball goes to Coleman. Coleman at the high wing. Coleman picked up by Smith, who's all up in her space. Turns, spins, and is able to get by Smith. A good move to lay it in, making it 65 to 31.
And when Smith has a bigger guard on her, when she's guarding a bigger guard, which we'll see a lot as we get into Big 12 play, she can't continue to give ground. If she continues to give ground, the guard is going to be able to back her down all the way into that painted area. She has to stand her ground.
Bouncing right wing, Smith into Ekhelar. A move on the left window, can't finish the shot. The rebound comes to Morgan State. 2.5 to play in this one. West Virginia comfortably leading 65 to 31. 10 made shots from Morgan State in 43 tries. Equates to 23%. Now a steal. West Virginia's Rudd comes up down the floor. The whistle blows and the basket falls. Lucky Rudd with now 8 points and gets the and one play. Lucky Rudd in her second game as a Mountaineer, the junior transfer from NC State.
And Lucky Rudd has really been an excellent addition to this Mountaineer squad. 8 points in this contest. She's proven to be a really good free throw shooter, and she doesn't steer away from contact. She's able to get to the basket and finish.
Getting to the line as well. She's now 5 out of 6, converts the three-point play. Mountaineers 68 and Morgan State 31. At the midcourt stripe, here's Kayla Horn. Horn, Staples guarding. Horn, high wing. Horn past Staples, and Staples is able to reach in, grab the basketball, and force a mutual possession. So too does Asia McCalla. Clearing the bench is the head coach, Ed Davis, in year number 3. 18 rebounds for West Virginia. Ball in from the left baseline. It goes to Coleman. A jump hook with the right hand in the lane, scores. It's Coleman with 12 points. Another night in double figures for Adriana Coleman, the leading scorer for Morgan State. 68 to 33. Jayla Jordan replacing Ekhelar. Fires on the high-low down to Nyblack. Backs off a defender. Lays it in. Nyblack 7 points on 3 made field goals, all in 14 minutes. 70 to 33, the Mountaineers into the lead with 90 seconds remaining in this one. Into the front court, Chavis. High right, it goes on to Whitney. Whitney, Berkeley, California, native, the freshman. Fires outside right, it goes to Coleman. Coleman drives to the cup and an easy layup, straight line. West Virginia let her by. And now West Virginia breaks a press. Staples at the foul line extended. Outside left, it goes to Rudd on the wing. She drives, stops, pops off the window. No. Offensive board. The putback, Nyblack. Strength as she lays it in. West Virginia 72 to 35. Playing hard down to the final minutes. Kari Nyblack. So fun to watch. We're at the price of admission, folks. This young up-and-coming freshman that we have going to be something special. 45 seconds to go in the game. Between the rings, here's Chavis turning, spinning down the lane and opening, lays it in. And West Virginia's lead trimmed to 72 to 37. Mountaineers can't quite dribble it out. There's still 10 between the shot and game clock. 32 on the game. They'll try to run this out as much as they can. Smith dribbles right side wing. Smith works the screen a little bit. Foul line. Down to 10 to shoot. Fires out front. It goes to Jordan. Goes to the left wing to Rudd. Rudd with the basketball. Gets a screen. Works it. Down the lane. Comes out. Steps back. Airballs a shot at the buzzer. And West Virginia will turn it over. 9 seconds left. This should just about do it. Morgan State will likely dribble it out, as West Virginia will improve the record to 7-2 on the year. Morgan State falling to 1-11. So, final score here tonight at the WVU Coliseum. It'll be West Virginia 72, Morgan State 37.
And a very impressive night by Theresa Ekhelar, getting the double-double, 11 points. But I think the more impressive part of that was the 15